What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mad Max, back at it with another what if. What if Deku had a graffiti? Had a graffiti slash art quirk. And I got this idea from. Hold on. As I was saying, I got this idea from a YouTuber, and I'll put his, YouTube down there in the description. So this is literally part one, all right. And if you're watching this, the person who made that what if, I am going to change it up very much. So, okay, great. So basically, Deku, he's basically going to have. Okay, look, I'm not going to explain the whole quirk to y'all. It's just like a fucking great surprise. So, so basically, around Deku, like when he was little, let's say 6 or something, and for like, oh, are you going to abandon Deku again? That's a good tea right there. I'm kidding. Nah, I'm not going to abandon Deku. So basically, Deku. So basically, when Deku was like 6, excuse me, he basically liked painting. And then around the age of 6, he basically like his quirk developed, and basically his quirk is like a tech and art quirk. It's a combination of tech and art. You'll see what I'm talking about. So Deku, he had a fascination for technology and art. So Deku would basically be wearing what's in this picture. I mean, like, not in the picture, but like you'll see what I'm talking about. So basically, he has a tech and art quirk, and it's a merger quirk. And I'm telling you, it's a combined quirk. Just so I'm just pointing that out to y'all. All right, it's a combined quirk. So when he was like 6, his quirk developed, and Inko was like wondering, like, oh shit, like, is he okay? Cause like she saw like Deku's eyes turn like a different color. Like basically, like his eyes turn into like a different color, like blue or red or something. And like Inko didn't know what he was doing. So basically, she took Deku to the quirk doctor, and the doctor didn't know Deku's quirk. So basically, as they were doing the test, that like one of the doctors who let's say can see code, literal great A1 fucking code, and because their quirk was like deemed useless, they became a doctor, right? And she uses her quirk, and like she sees what Deku is staring at, and she sees like this fucking masterpiece on the wall. It's fucking big, literally, and like when like it's basically an infrared. Like Deku is literally using infrared on his eyes to paint a picture. So the doctor, she basically tells them like he's basically painting a picture with code on the walls, and they believe her because like she has a tech quirk, which means she can basically see code and tech. Deku, the doctor says, "Hey kid," and Deku, drops back, saying what what do you want to call your quirk? That's a great question. Art tech, and I'm not making a fucking arctic pun, okay? Art tech. Art tech. He basically calls it that art tech. because since his quirk is a merger of merge is a merger ugh, is a merger of art and tech. So they see that's what he calls it. So Deku goes back to school and stuff, and like he brings like a little notepad with him, right? Deku brings a little notepad with him, and Deku is basically drawing, different things. Like, let's say he draws like a pirate ship. He draws like the Eiffel Tower, the clock tower, basically, the Titanic, like things that he's seen before. And like he draw like this fucking old school Mustang, and like instead of he draws cars. I mean not cars, like he draws like characters. Like he basically makes up his own characters because like with his quirk, he can basically see like the ones zeros of people with different quirks and how they act, their abilities. And this is not like the other one when Deku had an edit quirk. No. So basically, Deku he basically draws like somebody, and like with his tech quirk, he touches the drawing, and like he embeds it with that, like he copies the person's quirk and he puts it inside the drawing. So basically, he basically keeps those as like a fucking safe goat. So Deku, like once Deku, like let's say this is when he's in fifth grade, going to middle school. He basically walks in and basically people see him as like an artist because like those are the same kids from when he was 6. So they already know what Deku are all about. So basically, Deku, he's in the corner and like everybody's playing. I mean, basically, yeah, like everybody's playing except for Deku. And this is around when Bakugo like has his quirk. And yes, this is when he's like a little bit older for a reason. You'll see. So basically, Bakugo is a late bloomer. Like everybody is very wowed at Bakugo's quirk. And like they start praising him. And Deku's just sitting in the back, just drawing. And like let's say one of his drawings basically it's like a small toy. And Deku thinks, oh, I can probably make it come to life. Because since he has like an art quirk and a tech quirk. So Deku, he basically he grabs like a piece of metal. I mean, not a piece of metal, like I want to say like like he grabs a piece of metal that he found, and like once he touches it, it transforms into like the picture. And basically everybody's like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. And Deku's like, thanks, I guess. It's just something I just wanted to try. So Deku, like once, like let's say this is around nighttime, and this is when Deku is very, very rebellious. And if you're wondering, oh, where did the oxen come in? Well, I do not know either, mates. So basically, Deku, he basically, this is around when he's in his rebellious stage, mate. And let's say he goes out, and basically Inko doesn't know that he went out. And like Deku has like let's say about a few bags of, spray cans. And Deku spray paints a picture of an angel on the walls and he embeds it with the tech. And if someone touches the picture, it comes out and basically, greets them, saying hello, have a good day. It's a bloody it's a bloody great day for a walk. And if an animal comes by, it shoots it off. and basically it gives it a trait. So basically, next morning, Deku wakes up. He goes by the painting, and people are touching the painting, and the painting is saying, "Oh, hello, hello, hello there. It's a pleasure to meet you. So and so." And basically, like that's the talk of the town. That's in that part of the city. And Deku's like, "Oh, should I put my emblem on it? Like late last night." And like he puts like a symbol on it, and it's like let's say it's a dragon symbol. It's like a dragon symbol on it, and like let's say the dragon symbol actually is like not living. The dragon symbol is basically embedded inside the brick. Inside the brick. So if somebody tries to move it, the whole thing gonna come out. So basically, the police, like, the police pulls up like, "Hey, oi, what's going on over there?" And like everybody says, "Oh, look, it's the 12." Basically, everybody just start said bug. Like everybody runs in different directions. Everybody's like, get out of here quickly!" And like the police officers see the painting and they touch it, and they touch it, and it's like, pretty nice. And actually, when like before the police came, like one person he posted the painting on Instagram, yeah, on Instagram and TikTok, and yes, they have TikTok and Instagram. This is 2020, my friend, and it does not have COVID. Not 19. I ain't trying to get demonetized. So basically, somebody posted it on Instagram, right? And some people see the dragon symbol, and like let's say one person from Deku's class, they see the symbol, and like they see like like one day Deku gave that person a piece of his art, and the art, it basically had like a dragon symbol on it, like a green dragon with the word, with the thing, like like a hero. It says like it has a symbol of a dragon, like with a 1-star Dragon Ball in it. And this is not a Dragon Ball, what if, okay? So basically, they're one, like, okay, that's pretty cool. And like she looks closer, it has a 2-star Dragon Ball in it. And she pieces it together like, oh, this is so and so's art. And like she doesn't post it because like she wants Deku to amaze her. If you catch my drift. Deku, he basically like Deku gets home and like he sneaks in and like his mom doesn't hear him. So Deku like in the bloody flashback, okay. So Deku like he like it's the next day. And sorry for stuttering. It's the next day, and basically Deku walks by the painting, and like he says, "Oh wow, I did a really good job on it." And like let's say that girl who basically pieced it together, she basically followed Deku, and we all know who this girl is, right? It is Invisible Girl. If you catch my drift, this is a very good ship, cause like Deku, he basically sort of can, slightly t wee bit. He basically can edit like some quirks with his tech and art. If like somebody had a invisible quirk, they like Deku, he can basically give them like a skin pigmentation, like a skin pigmentation and stuff, right? It basically works, right? So basically, Deku catches Invisible Girl, following him, and Deku says, "Oh, I can bloody sense you." And like she's like, "Oh, how can you sense me?" And like she sees like, oh, the painting. And she comes out saying, hi. And Deku says, what do you bloody want? I'm trying to do some work here, lady. And this order says, I want to say thank you for the painting. And Deku says, what do you mean by painting, mate? You really think I'm that artist? And she pulls out the picture and she shows him the picture on her phone of the painting symbol. And Dick's like, oh, bloody wanker. So basically, Deku says, hey, how about this? Next art piece, I invite you to it. And she says, sure? So basically, Deku, he basically, does his work. And Bakugo, he basically comes up saying, oi, Deku. And like, Deku's like, oh, what does this stuff of shit want now? What is it, Kotsuki? And basically, everybody's like, whoa. Like, Deku has never called Bakugo Kotsuki. And like, everybody's like, oh shit, what happened? And basically, Bakugo's like, your, your own work sucks, you nerd. Your quirk is useless. And Deku just turns around and says, oh, if it's so bloody useless, then what is this? And Deku shows him a picture of literally Times Square, not Times Square, like a picture of, All Might. I'm just kidding. Basically shows him a picture of like this, thing, and it's not a kaiju, but like it's a gauntlet that Deku made using his tech quirk and his art quirk. So when Deku basically touches it, it literally leaps off the page and it basically teleports to his arm. And let's say that this arm had no hand because of Bakugo. Because like one day Bakugo got like he got really mad, and like when he went to go grab Deku's hand, he basically used too much power and he blew it off. And basically Bakugo was like detained or arrested for like a 3 months, and Bakugo is still at it. So basically Deku he pulls that out, and basically Deku he like, oh look Kotsuki, isn't this my hand? And like Bakugo's like going like, that is your hand, but what happened to it? Oh, you didn't know? Well, guess what? My clock also does that you didn't know. I can use my clock to put anything from computers, ones, zeros, basically anything, turn it to art. And guess what? Turns out I can literally make my body into art. Basically, Deku he basically pulls out the hand, and it's basically metal, and it's metal, and like Bakugo's like wondering like, what happened to your arm? I thought I blew it off. Oh, you bloody did blow it off, you little shit. But guess what, mate? Wound, wounds heal. So, how about we have a little fist fight? All right, Kotsuki. And Bakugo's like, sure, Deku. So Deku, he basically like everybody's outside, and like it's basically like half the school because like Bakugo terrorizes the other half, and like people really really were scared of Bakugo because like they saw what they did, like they saw what he did to Deku's arm. So Deku, he basically he like his hand is like a really weird thing. Like let's say that in the center of his hand, I mean not in the center, but like on his arm, it's like a tattoo. It has like a picture of a dragon with a sword going through it. And like if Deku touches the sword, I mean if Deku touches the tattoo, it basically turns his hand into like the thing, like a sword with a dragon on it. And basically Deku touches it and like he, says Dragon Mode 1. And this is like the first stages of his, thing, like his idea. And like he did that. He literally did that tattoo by himself. So Deku is fucking awesome. He says Dragon Mode 1. And like his hand, like from his metal hand and all the way up to his elbow, it's basically like dragon scales with like dragon claws, and it's metal. So basically, Deku has a really good advantage to this. So Deku, he basically, says, "Are you ready to fight, mate?" And Bakugo says, "Yeah, let's do this, Deku." And basically, in case if teachers are asking, "Oh, who threw the first punch?" Deku basically drew it like a camera. He drew a camera, or like or like a drone, and he placed it over the battle. Right? He basically placed it over the battle, just in case. And like you don't want to be called lacking, mate. So basically, Bakugo like he throws the first punch, and Deku he throws like he basically grabs Bakugo with like the skin hand, and like he just punches him with a like he gives him like the fucking 3-piece meal at fucking Crystals, and I do not know if they have a 3-piece meal, so do not judge me, okay? So basically, he gets the 3-piece meal at churches, and like the teachers come and like they say like, "Izuku, stop! Izuku, stop!" And Deku's like, "Oh, look, oh, bullocks." And Deku, he's like, "I was defending myself. He threw the first punch." Like everybody sees Bakugo, you know, with like one leg. I mean, not like Deku didn't break his leg or something like his leg, spun around. Like he basically twisted his ankle, and Deku he basically put Bakugo in like a shock, cause he hit a nerve like extra hard. He basically hit a nerve extra hard. So basically, he basically, lost some movement to his body, like from his neck, down. So basically, he was paralyzed. And like once the teachers came in, like the teachers were questioning Deku and Bakugo, and like Deku calls up his drone, and like the teacher's like, "Wait, is that a drone?" And Deku says, "Yeah." Here, and Deku, turns to the TV, and like he asks for like a cell phone or something. So basically, Deku he basically touches the cell phone. The cell phone glitches and it turns into a TV. And Deku says, "Your phone will come back in like 20 minutes. Don't worry." So basically, Deku plays the video, and basically they see Bakugo throwing the first punch, and basically, they're like, "Katsuki, really? Your grades are low, and you're starting fights? I thought that you wanted to go to UA." And Bakugo was like, screw UA. If this solo hero goes to UA, screw it." And like everybody's like, wow. So basically, Bakugo is like, suspended for like some weeks, like 1 week or 2 weeks. And like as Bakugo is walking home. He sees like an art piece and he sees a symbol on it, and he thinks it was Deku, like stupid Deku, and like he splashes paint on it, and everybody sees like, "What are you doing, mate? This is bloody amazing!" And like one person grabs, Bakugo with like a tape quirk, and this is not Shira, alright? Basically, it's somebody like in Shira's family. And basically Deku, he basically catches wind of this. And like let's say Deku, he basically goes over and see his painting all messed up. And basically he basically, sees like the splatter marks and like the splash marks. And like he tells like he basically erases the angel's coding on the first one on the painting for like a little bit. So basically Deku he basically grabs like some spray paint and like he spray paints he makes it 10 times better. And like instead of the code being touchable, it's sort of it's basically touchable. And like let's say he puts like four X's around the area, and like one's in the back, one's in the center. Hold on. Excuse me. So basically, he has one in the back, one in the center, and one on the street way. Not in the street, but like on the crosswalk. So basically, everybody's like, wow, amazing. They see it, and it's like and like a hand comes out, and it shakes their hands, and it gives them like a note saying, "Have a wonderful day. You're having a great day. You look beautiful, mate." And like everybody's like, "Oh wow, this person has a great clock." And like one day they see Deku doing the art, and basically Deku he basically has like a tattoo, like a symbol up under his neck, and like he touches the symbol, and basically it makes like a Oni mask. Yeah, like a not an Oni mask, like a what's the word? Mm, a dragon mask or a fox mask. Yeah, a dragon mask. Mm, like it makes a dragon mask, and basically that person they call him the Green Dragon. And like basically they see the painting he's painting, and it's like a like let's say it was a painting of like King Arthur, and some Japanese people know who that is. And King Arthur, he basically says, "Hello there, my name is King Arthur of England," and like you know, let's say that Invisible Bear knows who this is because like on his art he has like a 3-star dragon with it, and like she's like, "Oh, really cool! Like I like it." So basically, like, she takes a video saying the dragon has the green dragon has struck again, saying giving Deku like 100 shout outs. Like Deku made his own Instagram by the way too. It was a private Instagram, so basically he basically posted art art. I mean he posted art pics of his art, and like everybody like wow, pretty cool. And they've been wondering like who is the Green Dragon. So basically Deku, so um like Deku, like this is around when he's a second year in middle school. So basically Deku he basically let's say that hmm he basically makes a different type of art. He looks up different art styles, and it's like 3D. I mean, like not 3D, like not fourth wall art. Hmm. it's sort of like, it's a different art style. Like he's not gonna do all that weird shit with his art. So basically, let's say that people are wondering, like, oh, can he do modeling? I mean, not modeling, like with cameras and shit. No, like with clay and shit. No, yes, he can do that. So basically, Deku, he basically says like on his like he does Instagram live, and like if Deku touches his phone, like he's gonna get like a whole scan of the person off their phone and everything. And let's say he's pretty good at with it. He's basically good. He's good with tech and art. So Deku, he says, "Oh, who here wants a bloody painting of them? I mean, a model of them." And like they say, "Cool, I guess." So Deku touches his phone, and like they get a notification saying, the green dragon is asking you if you want a painting or a model of you." And so that person would be, let's say, Momo. Momo tunes in to it, like says, "Oh, really cool. I like his quirk." So she says, "Yeah, sure." And basically like his modeling is like, let's say about 350, not three, okay, not 350, but like around 100, 100 yen, and like his paintings are about 1,000. So basically, since Momo, she showed this to her dad, and her dad, noticed, Deku's aunt, like, fun, yeah, and like he pays for it, and in return, he wants Deku to basically, paint a picture of him and his wife, and Deku says sure, and Deku gets back on his live, and like two notifications, on like three, pop up on his phone saying heroes who have paid, the amount of money that you have requested, and like Deku like screw it. So like he gets like a 3D model in his head from like just touching his phone. So Deku, he basically, he's on his life asking the Hirozu like, what do you want it made out of? And like let's say it's like a expensive metal, like something expensive, and they said, "Fine, just send the metal over here." Hold on, it was my mom. I was just checking to see if she was okay. So she's fine. So they sent like the metal over there to Deku and some diamonds. They said, "Hey, you can probably make something with the diamonds, like some accessories." And Deku's like, "Fine." He basically gets like a chisel and like he maps out the 3D model of the Hirozu family, and like he basically he does the metal first, like the gold, and this gold is very expensive because like it's a meteorite gold, and like they wanted it to last as long as possible. So basically, they basically said here, like De- Deku is done like within 3 days. Like he emails them saying it would be there like almost like 2 days, and Deku he basically draws like a picture of like a drone, like a heavy duty drone, and like he touches it and he engraves it with the code, and like the drone flies off to the Yahirozu's mansion. Like they basically receives like this whole fucking thing, and like they say, "Oh wow, it's pretty cool," and like they see the diamonds, and they see the diamond like on rings, clothing, and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, how did he make that?" And like the email saying, "Hey, how did this happen and how did that happen?" Dick says, "Don't worry about that. I basically kept some of the diamonds, so that's something, right?" And they say, "Sure, fine." And basically, Deku tells them the effects of it, saying you can touch them and they can move, walk, and basically talk like you. And like they were like, "Isn't that creepy?" Deku says, "No, just don't like don't ask them to do anything called like. They're not gods, okay? I say, okay, sure. Deku, he basically, done like he's done with that. And like, let's say this is the end of middle school, and hold on. So Deku, he basically like he gets his money and everything, and he tells them about it. Like they're like, okay, thanks. And Deku also made like trinkets for them, to where if they can use their quirk on it, excuse me, it basically helps them to learn about their quirks a little bit more. So Deku, if you're wondering what the humming sound is, it is my fan. All right. So Deku, like this is around when the thing middle school ends. Like I said, so basically, but the teacher walks in and like he says like he basically throws up the papers like in canon saying you all want to be heroes. So basically Bakugo he says, huh, y'all can't you all can't be heroes to y'all can be heroes to some B-list hero. And like they like what the fuck did you just say, Katsuki? And like someone had like a hardening quirk. Not what I'm thinking. Not a hardening quirk, like let's say a metal quirk. And they was basically friends with them. And like they know who Deku is and like they know his art. And it basically turns out great for them. Like that's a good friendship, literally. So basically Bakugo, like after everybody, I mean, the teacher, says calm down class. And basically he says two students are going to, UA. Izuku Midoriya and like the class, like good job Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo. And then the teacher was like, disgusting. He shouldn't go there. And basically Bakugo's like, the fuck did you just say? And like the teacher says, oh, nothing Bakugo. And the class, is cheering for Izuku. And like Bakugo glares at him saying, cheer for me, you motherfuckers. And I say, good job, Bakugo. And some of them are nervous, so basically they all leave the class, and it's Bakugo and Deku. Deku, he's working on the piece because like the teacher asks him directly if he can, paint a picture of him. And let's say the teacher pays him like about an easy like 1 minute, like 1,000 yen, because like the teacher makes that money like that because it's hard taking care of the whole class. So screw it. The teacher, wants that, and like Deku makes it for him, and the teacher like, oh thanks kid, here. And like Deku, he basically, gets his money, and like he's about to leave the class, up until Bakugo and he's walking and saying, "Oi, Deku, what's wrong? Haven't done it yet." And like they all know, like this is middle school, and like kids are fucking fucking straight raw. Ugh, fucking. So like it's really fucked up. Okay, so I just gonna let y'all know this is not in middle school no more. This is in like this is like UA is a college. This is high school because of the way I just started. Like oh shit, if they gonna be fucking, they should go in high school. Yeah, I'm gonna let that slide. So please, 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 let that slide with you guys too. So basically, they say nerd, this and that, and like they basically, grabs Deku, notebook, like as Bakugo, as Bakugo was gonna take it, Deku like he actually took just one of his arms. It had like a like a, let's say, it had like an eye on it, and like let's say that's the type of mode that Deku really does not know how to control. He basically calls it the full grown, like the master dragon, because he's been trying to master his tech, taking his like half his body, just like Asta. If you don't know who that is, that's from Black Clover. So basically, he's trying to do that, and like it works sometimes, but like it has like a side effect on his eye. It turns his eye, and it's not gonna be fucking black. It's gonna be like, let's say it's a greenish color, like a fucking, let's say it's a neon ultraviolet green, and that shit sticks out like a sore thumb in the dark. He can control it, and Inko sees like, he's a kid. And basically, Inko wanted Deku to move out because like she's a single mom, my guy. What do you think a single mom gonna be doing? If you catch my drift. So basically, Deku, like he basically has like his own place. He lives there by himself, and like he has like some of his art pieces and stuff there. Like them things cost like about fucking millions. Like from one art piece made like fucking made out of gold and diamond. That thing costs like millions in the US. So basically Bakugo and his, crew, makes fun of Deku. And Deku, like, as like they were gonna take Deku's notebook, something, pops out the notebook, and let's say it's like a picture of him, but like, full grown adult Deku. And like, and he sees like he sees like what he has on, and this is what he has on, with like the metal hand and like the metal eye and like some metal hair mixed in with normal hair. So basically Deku's like, oh crap, I'm so cool. So basically that painting fuck messed him up. And Bakugo, he's crying to the principal saying, Izuku Midori hit us. And like, let's say the principal is like a great client to Deku, and like he knows Deku wouldn't do this, and like he sees Deku, and like, hey, Izuku, and Deku says, oh hey, so and so. So basically Deku says, oh they were bullying me, they took my notebook and my quirk, sort of got overprotective, and basically like a drawing came out, and it basically beat them up for me. And like Bakugo, like, how do you know the principal? And Deku says, oh, he's a great client of mine. And the principal has like fucking paintings of like literally paintings of sunsets, everything around him. And like Deku, like the principal, like the principal likes this one painting. Let's say this painting lets him walk into the art. Like he has like his own, like he has stuff in there to where it's like there's like been like a stressful ass day. He walks in there, fucking ladies, everything is in there, and basically no one saw that. Basically Deku, he basically just like, oh shit, okay, bet, and it's time for me to leave, and I'm just gonna let y'all know this is literally like a movie. So please, stick around for a little bit, please. And please just go to my Discord and give me something, like, any ideas, because, like, I'm not going to answer them on, YouTube or nothing. I'm not. All right, straight up, I am not gonna be going to literally answering comments from YouTube on here. So just go to the Discord and we gonna be talking a lot of shit. All right. So basically, let's get back to the story. Bakugo, he's like, like this damn nerd, and like the principal, like as the principal was talking, Bakugo tells like one of his henchmen to go get Deku, and like the principal, goes into the painting, and like instead of going into the painting, he brings like some suitcases of shit in there. Like the vice principal come in there, and it's a female, if you catch my drift. So basically, the vice principal comes in there with like a bikini and stuff on. They both just jump inside the painting, and basically, Bakugo he says, "Get 'em, boys!" And like they fighting and shit inside the principal's office. The principal, comes out saying, "Oh crap, I forgot something," and like, "Oh, Katsuki Bakugo, you are suspended." And like Mitsuki is called a bear, and like she's wondering why am I being called a bear? Did Bakugo do something? And like she sees Izuku like, hey Izuku, why is and like she puts two and two, they're like, Bakugo? What is it, old hag? And like she basically just fucking kicks him. Like not slaps him, like fucking kicks him, saying, "What did you do to Izuku?" I He was being cocky. Izuku, were you being cocky? No, auntie. Bakugo was messing with me. And Deku just puts on this whole fucking nice guy act. And like, oh shit, you literally a fucking con artist, my nigga. And Bakugo's like, stupid Deku. And basically, Mitsuki says, you know what? Bet. You alright. You are like, okay, here. And like the principal recommends sending Bakugo into a boot camp. And this is really fucked up about this. The boot camp is like for fucking, like straight. It's not for fucking. If you think that I meant that word, meant that word. No. It's basically like, how can I say it? It's sort of like how you go to a boot camp, the drill sergeant is strict there, but but Bakugo, he's going to one in America. This one is super fucked up for him. They gonna treat him like any other day person, fucking beat him up, make him think that he's shit. They gonna fuck him up in America. So basically, Bakugo's like, I can handle myself in America. And like 1 month passed by. Mitsuki gets a letter saying, "Mom, please, I'll be good. Just please, let me come back." And Mitsuki says, "No, you have to stay there for 10 months. Not 10 months, like 6 months." And Bakugo's like, "Oh fuck," and like his drill sergeant comes in saying, "Katsuki Bakugo, where have you been, soldier?" And Bakugo says, "I've been here, sir." And the person says, "Give me 10 laps around the base right now." And Bakugo says, "Yes, sir." "What?" "Yes, drill sergeant, sir." And Bakugo just like, like, fuck, I have to be kinder. I have to be kind to people. So Bakugo, he's there for 7 months. And basically Deku, like back to Deku, he's still doing his, artwork up until like, let's say Erasure tries to catch him. Cause like the heroes, they see the artwork like, oh crap, it's crappy. We can't have this in our city. So like the police, tells them that this kid's art is very good. Y'all should probably try to get him into UA early. And like they think of it as like good point, very good point. And Deku's out painting, and it's like a memorial to like the person who died. And like let's say this is like a corner store person, like Deku knew him, like the whole neighborhood knew the corner store guy, and like the name is Rava. Yeah, Rava. And like everybody, oh man, I miss Rava. Bet. They leave flowers, candles, and teddy bears, money and shit there. And to make sure they don't and to make sure people don't make steal the money, Deku drew a painting and it says, "Hey, like he basically let's say, mm, he basically finds the money, and he puts it inside his painting inside the bank. I mean inside the safe. People are wondering like, who did this to his memorial, and like they look up and see like a whole painting, and they see him just saying, "What's up, guys? How's it been?" And like they're wondering like, did this guy do it again? And like the painting says, "I am Rava. Like I'm a painting of Rava, and I'm a memorial of Rava." And like they're wondering, like, "Oh, you're a memorial. We thought you were the real Rava." So the painting tells like his story and everything. Everybody just sitting there quiet, just like, wow, that's really fucked up. So basically, the painting, says, "I missed you so much." I mean, I miss like it was like his last final words saying, "I will miss you so much. This is Rava signing off. Love you guys." And Rava is dead, dead because of a villain attack with a hero. And like, let's say that as Deku was painting the picture, and say Endeavor catches him like saying, "Hey kid, get away from that place." And like he sees like the quirk that he's using, and he thinks, "Oh, this must be the kid who's been making this part of the city colorful." No, this is not gonna be a colorful city for villains. So basically, Endeavor tries to put some hands on Deku. Nah, nigga. Deku basically he fucking pulls out like he touches one of his tats, and like it turns into like a leopard's claw, and like his eye, like half his body, from like his like yeah, half his body turns into like a leopard, and like right now it's not a leopard. Like let's say it turns into like some bulky metal, and this metal can stand against Endeavor's quirk. Cause like Deku did some research on all the heroes, and even All Might, cause like he has some sources, villains saying like his quirk is all one for all, which means it can share quirk. So basically, Deku he basically has like a plan for that, saying if All Might comes after him, he's going to not cancel, like show up his quirk. So Endeavor reports into the heroes saying they found the green dragon. I mean, saying he found the green dragon, and like the heroes are coming over there because like they know what Endeavor's gonna do. They gonna see. I mean, they know what Endeavor's gonna do to children and like villains. So they basically come over there trying to save Deku from Endeavor. So Deku he like right now he's putting hands on Endeavor. The hero's probably like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." And Deku he's like, "I gotta go." And like as he was finna leave, Aizawa grabs him like with his scarf, and Deku like he basically uses like his dragon skill level 2, which means like his arm, like his arm turns like he touches the tattoo, and like he yells out dragon skill, level 2 dragon mask, and he touches the one up under his neck, and like I mean under his throat, and like let's say those two combined, and basically it it molds to Deku's face. And right now he is screaming out in pain because like this is something that he has tried before, and it has worked, but like he never mastered it at level 2. He only did it at level 1. So Deku right now he's screaming, and like his eyes, like his eye that has the, like his eyes turn into like slit like, and like right now he is like he is using every advantage that he has. And Deku, he takes out Endeavor, Aizawa, up until All Might had to be called in. And right now, All Might has not fought, All for One. He hasn't fought him at all. Like, All for One is getting weaker because like his quirk is just sort of like All Might's, to where due to his old age, he's been facing heroes a lot, and like the heroes been getting lucky shots in on him. That shit don't work. So basically, Deku, like right now, All Might had to be called in, and like the heroes are trying to get control of Deku. And right now, Deku is sort of he's still sane, but like at the same time, the tech is going haywire, and like Aizawa uses his quirk, and like it shuts off the that side of Deku's arm, and it makes Deku pass out, and the heroes take him back to UA, and basically Endeavor's like, we should have killed him. He could have killed all of us, and the hero's like, kill a kid? Like what the fuck, Endeavor? And like Endeavor like, I said it. I shouldn't have said that. And this pops out, and I'm like, Endeavor, my office now. And like it goes haywire. Endeavor says, I'm sorry, Netsu, that shouldn't have came out. And Netsu says, I know, just please be mindful that's a kid. And Endeavor says, fine, sorry. You shouldn't be apologizing to me. Apologize to him. You almost killed the kid. And basically, who is really shitty. And Deku, like he wakes up and he's in Recovery Girl's, office. Right? It ain't working. It is not working well. Literally, it is not working. So basically, Deku, he says, what happened? And like he looks over and he sees like his metal hand, it has flesh on it. Cause like when he was going ballistic, like his quirk made like his skin, made skin ink, to where the ink molded with his skin, and it went over the metal, to where the metal bonded with Deku's arm and made like it basically mixed, it fused together. So basically, Deku like wondering like, oh fuck, I got captured. So Deku, he tries to get up and like he's moving and shit, not working. And basically, Aizawa was there like saying, hey kid, are you okay? Hold on. So Aizawa, he's using his quirk cancellation on him, and basically Deku saying, why did you bring me in here? I was painting the mural from that person. And Aizawa says, "You knew that person?" Yeah, he was a great friend of the neighborhood. So basically, Aizawa is one like, "Hey kid, what is your quirk?" And basically, Deku says, "Art tech, art tech, or art tick, art tech, art and tech." So he's one like what is it? And Deku says, "Give me a phone." And basically, Aizawa has like a burner phone just in case if he gets captured. So don't mind the noise in the background. Hold on. So basically, Aizawa gives Deku like his phone and stuff, and Deku like he basically reads the code on his phone, and like it get and like I want to say that it starts to get glitchy, like the burning phone starts to get glitchy, and like he transforms like into like a small sleeping Aizawa, and like Aizawa was like, "Okay kid, you can give that to me." Aizawa was like, "How did you do that?" "It's my quirk." That's what I said. It's art tech. If I paint, look, if I paint a picture, I can infuse it with my tech, and basically that means I can see ones and zeros. Saying I can basically, I'm like a computer that can put shit on there, and like let's say that Deku embedded like Aizawa's quirk inside the little keychain Aizawa, and Deku says, "Do you want to know what that quirk is?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. It's just like your quirk. It's a quirk cancellation. So if like let's say that if anybody except you touches that, their quirk is going to be erased for like a short while. And look, if you touch it, and you throw it up in the sky, you can basically, I don't know, cancel out quirks in like a huge radius, I guess. So basically, Deku, he's like, I mean, Aizawa was like, "Oh, cool, 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 cool," and boom, Nezu comes in and saying, "That was very reckless, young man. What if you got hurt?" "I didn't get hurt." "And what happened to your hand?" "I had an incident with a villain. They say the villain killed my mom. And yes, the villain, it did kill Izuku's mom. And that's why he lives by himself." And basically, Deku's been denying that his mom is dead, saying, this, that, and the third, right? He for all his life, he's been denying that his mom was dead until like when he was fighting the heroes, and like Deku was like, "Damn, she dead," and like he goes ballistic. So nah, they didn't have that. So basically, they put Deku in like they give Deku like, let's say this is around like when Mirio, like almost around when Mirio started. Yes, and yes, I know that this is literally, he's gonna be old. So basically, this is around when Mirio graduates from being a third year, and like he basically like has his like he has like a, like he's the big three, like the big like big three in the second years, and this isn't around when he graduates, so don't get that mixed up. All right. So basically, Aizawa puts Deku in like 1A, and let's say this is like a younger batch of like this is like a younger batch of heroes. This is, let's say, I'm not saying Monoma, because fuck Monoma. It's gonna be like somebody like it's gonna be Froppy, Jiro, Kirishima, Momo, everybody, like everybody except for Bakugo, like UA really didn't, they didn't want to have like a a criminal record. So basically, they did background checks on some of their students to make sure they wasn't delinquents. So basically, he didn't get in at all. So basically, Bakugo got a job as, let's say, he went to college at Jericho High School. Yeah, Jericho, Jericho High School, and this is like a fighting high school full of delinquents. College. So basically, Deku walks in and like Aizawa says to introduce yourself. Deku says, "I am Izuku Midoriya, quirk art tech, age 19." You know, everybody in there like, "Oh, cool. It's really nice to meet you." And let's say Ochaku, like her parents are sort of rich, cause like they basically have like their own art company. And like let's say Deku, like he's heard of Ochaku's family, Momo's family, Jiro family, and like he's heard of some pretty cool people. So basically, Deku, like he goes sit down by Momo. Like Momo says, "Oh, hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name," and Deku says, "Oh, you're Momo Yahirozu." I says, "Yeah. How did you know?" You can say that your family was a client of mine, of my family. And she, peeks the eyebrow like, "What do you mean by that? That's sort of sus." Hold on. Hold on. Listen, no. So back to the story. So basically, Deku is all friendly with everybody. Let's say, you know, Kirishima, is one like, oh, where, like, he's seen, like, the symbol, because, like, Deku, like, he put the symbol on, like, some of his stuff that he has to, spray paint with. He puts the symbol on his, backpack. Like, let's say that he has, like, a hat that has the symbol, and Deku says, oh, you didn't know? I'm selling merchandise for, the Green Dragon. And like, everybody's like, you know the Green Dragon? Nick says, nah, not really. Like, I basically, asked him on Instagram. So he says, sure, fine, just don't, bring up my name. So basically, I sell stuff, for the Green Dragon. And like, everybody's like, oh, how much? How much? And Nick says, basically, like, about, how much do you want for a hat? Because, like, the Green Dragon has, like, he has, like, mugs, things like, let's say, bobbleheads, toys, everything. The works for you, my guy. Funko Pops, T-shirts, games. Like, he's like a sort of a big deal. Like, straight up. Everybody like buys like, let's say they buy like a game, and they see like, and like, instead of being like an RPG, it's literally like a game. It's like sort of like the Spider-Man game, Miles Morales, and I'm telling you, I'm not being sponsored by them. And if I am, please go play it, and it has the best graphics ever. All right, so basically, my boy Deku, he basically making some money there, and like everybody buy up the games, the hats, the TVs. I mean, not the TVs, like the hats, the T-shirts, and like some clothes and pants. But like my God, out of all of them, they all wanted the controller because like Deku, like he had different types of controllers that had like the Green Dragon logo on it. A1 sold out the best because like everybody had them things literally, you know, like Deku had custom orders for them, like customized orders, like straight up A1 bet. It's fucking fire. So they can make some money. And like one of them asked like, hey, can you do a customized one? And guess who that is? It's Ochaku and Momo. And like Deku like saying how much do you want it? And like Ochaku says, I'll get one for 100, and Momo says and one for like 1,000. And Deku like what kind of controller and what kind of game console? And basically Deku, I mean they say PS5. Deku like damn. Alright, but he basically looks up the schematics for it. Like he gets like a block. I mean, like he gets out his drawing pad. Like he draws the controller, and he adds like the details of like the green dragon logo, like the picture of the dragon, and like he basically has like and like he makes some batteries that basically runs off literally your quirk. And Deku tells him, hey, you should probably be careful with these. And they're like, oh, why? And Deku says, oh, these batteries are handmade by me. These batteries, they basically use your quirk to power the controller. And they say, oh, cool. So please, so Deku warned them, say, please, 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 always be hydrated and like have some strength. Because like, this is like a new model. Because Deku has never made this before. So like, Deku, he's like, okay, this is going to be interesting. So Deku, he's like, oh man. So basically, they leave and they go to. I mean, Mama goes to her room and she turns on the TV, and she plugs up the PS5, and like she uses her quirk, and like when she uses her quirk, she makes like healthy shit to keep her nutritious and playing the games and shit, and like she pulls out the the Green Dragon game, my guy, and it's like let's say it's really it's sort of like a really cool game, and like Deku handmade these games, so they all customized and shit. It has customizable. They had customizable things on there, like the mask, the gender and shit, and everybody's loving the game, and like they had and like let's say Momo, she stays up for like almost like a full fucking week playing the game, and like let's say she gets to the final end, and as she was gonna you know see who the Green Dragon was, it just goes black, and it reads, "You cannot find me, Momo Yairozu," and Ochaka sees the same thing, says Oraka Ochaka, I and it reads like a riddle, and like let's say everybody see this because some people have finished the game and they didn't see the thing yet. So it says, "You must all find me, and whoever finds me, you'll you'll get a surprise from the Green Dragon." Like everybody's like, "Holy shit, let's do this!" And like they've been scouring like his Instagram, seeing who he is and who he follows. Like this is really fucking cool. And let's say everybody is asleep at this point, and Deku he basically comes out his room saying, "Damn, I did a good job on the game." And Deku was gonna go do another art piece, and let's say Invisible Girl, she basically follows Deku, and Deku knows who it is. He following, and he says, "Come on out, Invisible Girl, I see you." And like she said, "Oh, I couldn't hide from you, huh?" Deku says, "No. Um, you said you can do codes and some things with quirks." And Deku says, "Yes. So can you give me skin pigmentation?" And Deku says, "Sure, but like I need to know your color. Like if your grandfather had like a skin color, your grandmother or something, I need to know that color." And like she says, "Okay," and like she brings out a photo of her grandfather, her grandmother. Her grandmother was full, had skin, and she wasn't see through, and like it was easy. and like he had like and like she brought out like some pictures of her dad, mom, and like